Yo, what's up, guys? Sam here. And if you're like me, you are probably a little excited for the new iMac. That's probably why you clicked on this video. For myself, it's how I got introduced to Apple as a brand. I literally would not be here, like I'm not exaggerating, if my grade school teacher didn't have an iMac computer lab of the G3s, you know, the original iMacs that came in color. So the second the M1 was announced and like the rumors leading up to it, I was like beyond excited. Like I mean it when I say I have not looked forward to something this much. Definitely since I've been on YouTube for the past 8 years. And just a few moments ago, the first ever unboxing has surfaced. It looks like it was probably published by accident, so I'm not going to show the person's face, and I'm going to do some cropping to like block out some of their details of like where this came from, but it is legitimate, it is real, and I want to go unbox the iMac with you guys live because I haven't watched much of this. I've just seen the packaging. Let's check out the new iMac. So the packaging we've actually seen before. I think Apple put it as a slide in their keynote, but you can see this is actually the yellow iMac here. So you've got like the four-dimensional view of like each side on each part of the box, and it looks so brilliant, like color-wise on the packaging. Wow, there's even a color matched handle. That's a cool detail. I really, really like that. I'm interested to see how this looks on the inside because yo, it says hello. They put hello on the front of it as a callback to the original Macintosh. I sound like such a fanboy, but I'm gonna be honest, that's really cool. Like, we haven't seen this much love for the Mac in such a long time. Wow. So that looks like it's like a cover of some kind. Oh wow, you split the box open like that, and that's literally the iMac just sitting on top. Super different packaging. We haven't seen anything like this on an iMac ever. The color match accessories, cables, everything is, of course, sitting below. Wow, the color match is a really nice touch. And the yellow's nice. Like, this is actually the iMac that I want to get, and seeing this has just confirmed it. You can see the detail on the new Magic Mouse here. I mean, these accessories aren't fundamentally different. The keyboard is the one that changed the most, and you can see that's because here we've got, I think they're going to go to it next, like the Touch ID sensor right there on the keyboard. We'll have to see how that works a bit later on. But yeah, it's just like another Magic Keyboard. It looks a bit more rounded. Okay, so peeling the front off that says hello, we get a closer look at the new charging cable that's magnetic, but it's not called MagSafe, which is weird, even though MagSafe as a charging cable originated on the Mac. You can see though how it just kind of like snaps in securely there. And looking at the color of the iMac, like one of my concerns was, will it match Apple's marketing stuff? The front actually looks brighter than on Apple's website. And okay, I gotta pause it. When you start up the computer for the first time, it has hello animating. That's cool. I like that. That's a good touch. And again, I had to do some weird cropping here to block out the person, but you can see how thin that is, and also how like small it looks. Like, you have to remember, it is only 24 inches. It's not like the 27-inch giant iMac that we have now, or the 32-inch Pro Display XDR. The finish though looks on the back just like the images, and it's even a little bit darker or more vibrant on the front, which is something I was worried about. I was like, it looks a bit dull. The hinge looks good as well. Like, the viewing angle looks pretty much exactly the same. Here's a look at the white bezels. Let's pause here. It doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's a very stark departure from the last iMac, and you can even see sort of the white outline on the front, but I think it's going to be okay. I think the white bezels are all right. I mean, the hinge, we keep doing shots of the hinge here. I'm sure it's a great hinge. There's the logo. Wow, looks yellow. So this next part I can't show, but they start doing some testing with the speakers, which Apple says they are the best speakers ever on a Mac. I have listened to the audio, and it sounds okay. Like, I'll be honest, I can't get a good read from like the audio quality of the iMac speakers based on the way it was recorded. So I can't give you like a definitive answer. They sound okay in the video. I'm sure they'll sound better, like recorded on a better setup. It just sounds like the person's mic was like pretty far away. So I don't know how good the speakers actually are. Something else I can't show is the camera test, because obviously the person's face is in it, and it looks insanely good. Now, I want to be clear here about the new iMac camera. It does not look 4K or cinema level, or like, don't let Apple trick you into thinking that this is like a great looking camera. It is by far the best looking camera I've ever seen on a Mac by, I'd say, 20 or 30% improvement. They compare it to like the new MacBook Air at 720p, and it looks like absolute garbage. It looks a lot sharper and a lot crisper, and the mic is pretty good as well. It sounds about the same mic-wise as like the M1 MacBooks that had upgraded mic systems. We'll have to do more testing like when I get mine this Friday. But overall, the camera, out of the speakers and the microphone, the camera by far seems like the thing they put the most time into, which makes sense. Like, you know, I don't know about you. I've been zooming over the past year. I do a lot of zooms. So Touch ID is on the Mac now with the new keyboard. And from this person's experience, they said like it works pretty good. It works in every case. I definitely wish we had Face ID because I like Face ID. It would make so much sense on the iMac especially. And rumors say that it's coming in the next couple of years. But initially, the menus and everything look pretty good. I mean, it's Touch ID on the Mac. It's not like it's the first time we've seen it. It's been on the MacBook since 2016. It's cool. I like Touch ID. But I mean, it's just, you know, it's just on the external keyboard. I mean, it's cool to see for like authentication and stuff, but it's nothing fundamentally new. I mean, we've had Touch ID on the Mac for years now. So Touch ID is here. As for benchmarks, you can see it's at Apple Silicon because obviously there's an M1 chip inside. I mean, this is nothing new. We saw these come out a little bit ago. It's the same performance as every M1 chip. It's not any better. It's not any worse. It is like identical to every other M1 chip that Apple's made. I was secretly hoping that there'd be like some improved performance. There isn't. Just the M1 chip. The good M1 chip that we know. And the single core score obviously better than like pretty much every other chip that ever has been in a Mac. And then the multi-core score is good, but I mean, it's not going to beat a Mac Pro in multi-core score or even the high-end 27-inch iMac. But it is going to smoke every other small-end iMac. As you can see, they're going over the specs now. I mean, the white bezels, like just pausing it here, look fine. Like they don't look as bad as I thought. And that's like with the black screen. I mean, it kind of suits the lighter colors. I don't think black would have looked bad or weird. But I definitely see why they used white. Like it does look pretty nice. And it also just makes it look really stand out. Like this doesn't look like a stereotypical iMac. I mean, the thinness and the headphone jack and power button, like we've all seen this from Apple's website. But to see it close up and in person, like I was really curious to see the colors. Like when the iPad Air came out, I feel like the blue looked so intense. And then when you saw it in person, it was extremely subtle. This looks relatively similar to Apple's marketing images. Like I think they color matched it pretty accurately, although the front does look a bit more saturated, which I'm a fan of. I didn't like it looking so washed out. Wow, look how thin it is. So overall takeaways from this video. 1, the iMac looks just as beautiful if you're a fan of it in person. I think it looks better in person than in the images online. Number 2, it's a bit smaller than I thought. I actually thought it was going to be a bit bigger. 3, MagSafe doesn't seem, or the magnetic charging cable doesn't seem to be that big of a deal, but the color matched everything is nice. Like the fact that Apple took the detail down to the power cable is braided in the color of the iMac you bought. Does it matter? No. Is it nice? Absolutely. The thinness is out of this world. And the camera, man, to close out with that, it looks so good. I am going to start doing exclusively zooms on the new iMac because of how phenomenal it looks. Again, it's not like 4K or incredible. You'll see when the reviews come out. Like, it's good. And I'd say it's great for a Mac. It is great for a Mac. Is it great for the industry? No. But it is. The camera is great for a Mac. And I'm happy I got yellow. The yellow looks so good. I cannot wait to get mine in. All right, that's it. That's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like down below. Hit subscribe for more videos like this in the future. Hope it was fun watching it and experiencing this unboxing live with me. I've been Sam, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.